I remember when Plants vs. Zombies was popular back in elementary school. My friends would talk about it non-stop every day, saying it was a great game. Of course, being the curious young boy I was at the time, I wanted to play it myself. But I couldn't find it anywhere on my computer. But I still wanted to play the game no matter what. There are many versions of Plants vs. Zombies, whether you're playing on your computer, your phone, or even your Xbox. However, there is one version out there on the internet that starts out innocent looking, but slowly turns into something much more darker. Today, I will tell you a tale about something that happened to me about 7 years ago, and it has something to do with this supposed version of the game that I mentioned. I just hope no one makes the same mistakes that I made. It was 8:30 p.m. I was still looking for Plants vs. Zombies on my computer, but I couldn't find it, no matter how hard I searched. I was getting quite frustrated. I figured a game like this shouldn't be difficult to find. I was just about to give up when I came across a website with a link that read, "If you want Plants vs. Zombies, click here." So I clicked the link and it brought me to the website. The website had a plain lime green background with some text on it that said, "Want to download Plants vs. Zombies? Then click here." And there was an arrow pointing to a download link that read, "PVZ free for download." Without thinking twice, I clicked the link and the installation started. And this was possibly the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life. When the game had finished installing, I was excited. I could finally play the game everyone has been talking about. So I opened the game and it brought me to the main menu screen. But the menu is not what my friends showed me. The tombstone that had all the buttons on it was gone. There was no sign of the Plants vs. Zombies or PopCap logo anywhere, and there were no plants or zombies in sight. The menu was just a blank black screen that also had a big green button in the middle with the word "Start" on it. I clicked the button and it brought me to a daytime level. There were already some zombies waiting on the road. The level then suddenly started without me having to pick my plants. Instead, I already had 6 plants selected for me. The plants I had were sunflower, pea shooter, repeater, torchwood, walnut, and cherry bomb. I couldn't believe it. I was playing the game. I started by placing a sunflower on the lawn to get some sun production going. But then something strange happened, because as soon as I placed the sunflower on the lawn, 5 zombies already started crossing. What made things even weirder was that the sunflower was not giving me any sun. The zombies were getting closer. The sunflower still didn't give me any sun, and there was no sun falling from the sky like there would be. One of the zombies eventually ate up the sunflower, and all the lawnmowers started up and ran over the zombies. Once the lawnmowers were out of the screen, 5 more zombies started crossing. All my lawnmowers had been used up, I had no sun, and there was still no sun falling from the sky. So I just had to sit there and wait until I lost the level. The zombies eventually reached the house, and I got the usual game over text, sound effect, and music. And then my computer screen went black. I decided to take out my phone and message my friends. I wanted to ask them what was so fun about this game. They told me the game got more challenging as you proceeded, but it was never impossible at the beginning. They all said the game was fun, awesome, and even somewhat addictive. But what I got was a disappointing and frustrating experience where I couldn't even plant more than 1 sunflower. I was just about to send a message to all my friends when all of a sudden, text appeared on my black computer screen that read, "Want to try again, player?" with 2 options, yes and no. I decided to click yes, as I felt that the game was still playable. The game brought me back to the same level as before, but something had changed. The sky, instead of blue, was now a hellish shade of red, and the lawn was no longer green, but instead pitch black, with all these weird red splotches all over it, as if it was blood. The house was essentially the same, except this time it looked all worn down and destroyed. The zombies were essentially the same as well, except they all had dark shadows covering their faces, with red eyes peering from underneath. The level started, and I had the same 6 plants as before, so I decided to replay the level. I once again placed 1 sunflower on the lawn, but just like before, as soon as I planted it, 5 zombies started crossing. And once again, the sunflower didn't give me sun, and there was still no sun falling from the sky. I was getting quite angry. Had I been tricked? Was this another stupid trend going around the school? Because if so, I didn't find it funny. But then I noticed that when one of the zombies got closer to the sunflower's expression slowly started to change. Its smile slowly turned into a frown, and then it started crying. And I swear to God, I heard the sunflower say, "Help me." Just like before, one of the zombies ate up my single sunflower, but as it was eating it, the sunflower let out a horrible scream. It was so loud that it almost hurt my ears, and that's when I realized I didn't have any lawnmowers this time. The zombies reached the house and my computer screen went black again. And then Crazy Dave appeared, and this is what he said to me. "What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. I bet you just downloaded this version of the game illegally, didn't you? Did you really think you could get away with it? Did you really think no one would notice? Well, I noticed. You are a pirate, and I hate pirates. They make me crazy. And now, pirate, it's time for you to receive your punishment." And then he left. The screen changed back to the pitch black lawn with the red splotches and the dark red sky and the worn down house. And before I had time to even think of what was going on, a huge group of zombies with the shadows on their faces and the red eyes peering from underneath started crossing, and they were moving much faster than a normal zombie. There were no lawnmowers again, and there was once again no sun falling from the sky. But I didn't think that would help anyway because I didn't have any plants this time. The large group of zombies reached the house and horrible screams started playing. Bloodstains even appeared on the screen, and I could hear noises that sounded like punching and cracking. Finally, the sound stopped, and the goopy green text appeared. But instead of saying, "The zombies ate your brains," it instead read, "A pirate has been terminated." And then the game closed. As I sat on my chair, traumatized by what I witnessed, I figured it out. PvZ free for download wasn't an official Plants vs. Zombies game. It was a cheap fake copy attempting to trick people into thinking that it was the real deal. It was something that someone pirated, something that I pirated, but I didn't know. I just wanted to play the game. I told all my friends at school about what happened, but of course they didn't believe me. I even mentioned this experience to my parents, but they didn't believe me either, and they told me that maybe I was playing too much video games. But isn't that what they all say? As I am writing this, I still have that cursed version of the game on my computer. I have tried to delete it, but to no avail. And even though I have the official version of the game now, that version of the game still haunts me to this day. I guess there can be a lesson learned from this story. Not just for me, but for everyone else who wants a free version of a video game. It's that you should never pirate software. Ever. So, if you're looking for Plants vs. Zombies on the internet, and you come across a website link that says, "If you want Plants vs. Zombies, click here," don't go to the website. And if you do go to the website, do not click the download link on the website, because you might be downloading the nightmare that is PVZ free for download.